Hey everybody, it's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to my channel today. Thank you all of you out there who are following me in my videos with the latest news updates about the cruising world. Thank you for subscribing to this 60,400 subscriber channel and giving my videos thumbs ups, following me on my Facebook group page, and I love your comments. Thank you very much. Big news today. This is kind of a follow-up to yesterday's video. We were talking yesterday about the first actual number of cases of COVID starting to show up on cruise ships in the Mediterranean, and now we have another report coming from another cruise line. We talked yesterday about our friends over at Costa. Now it's MSC, the Grandiosa. Now this ship has been sailing for about 6 or 7 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, and there's been a lot of how do I say this? Almost bragging going on about just how great everything is. The ship has had maybe 40 to 50% capacity usage. They've had a number of cruises, 7 or 8 now maybe. Italians only, Mediterranean ports, mainly Italian ports, but a few others. Malta comes to mind. Anyway, this ship had a reported case, a positive case of COVID show. After they left their port in Palermo, they were trying to go to Malta, and they reported to the Maltese authorities in Valletta that they had a positive case on board. We don't know if it's a passenger or a crew member. We only know of a single case at the moment. We don't know if this might be maybe it's a husband or a wife, and there are 2 people traveling in the party, on and on it goes. If it's a crew member, who knows how many other crew members have been exposed, and so on. In any event, what happened was the ship arrived in Malta. The ship was allowed to come to the dock, was allowed to tie up, and they were only allowed to bring provisions on board. They did not allow any passengers from the entire ship to get off the ship in Malta. So you want to know what's going to happen if you're on a cruise ship and just one person tests positive. Here it is. It could well be that the entire ship is considered persona non grata, and no one can get off the ship for any of their excursions or any of their outings. Or, a lot of people here probably have a bunch of relatives in town. No way you're going to see those folks. You're stuck on the ship, and the ship has left Malta and is now on its way to wherever it's headed next. And I'm not sure where that is. It might be heading to Naples. Maybe it's heading to Rome. Maybe it's heading back to Genoa. Now, this follows the news from yesterday. The Costa Diadema. This ship had 7 positive cases reported. We're waiting for a confirmation on the second round of testing to see if these are false positives. But at the moment, this was so serious that when it was discovered, the ship immediately they had offloaded their passengers. By the way, when they were discovered to be positive, the ship immediately left. I believe it was Palermo, and is headed to Genoa. It's now in Genoa, Italy, and they've canceled their next cruise. This ship was chartered by a French tour group with a whole bunch of French nationals on board, and it didn't work out. The Grandiosa, beautiful ship, a large ship, 5,000 passenger capacity. It's barely a year old. Cost $1 billion to build. Absolutely a stunning vessel. The MSC folks who are now cranking out the ships that they're cranking out now, these are absolutely stunning pieces of art, beautiful. But unfortunately, the timing couldn't be worse with these beautiful brand new ships coming out just as a pandemic hits. And I don't know what the future is going to hold here, because I also heard today some more depressing news. I hate to keep bringing this to you, but folks, I can't lie to you. This morning, the German authorities announced that 7,300 cases of the COVID virus were reported yesterday in Germany in one day, and that exceeds the highest day they've ever had back in March by 1,000 cases. So the second wave, they say, is coming. It's not here yet. It's coming. But even with that, Germany is already hitting 7,300 cases today. This is a country that has national health care for everyone. You can get a test for free. Virtually, your prescriptions are virtually free. Hospital visitations are covered. You pay a higher tax in Germany, but you're covered for everything. And here we go. The virus counts in, of all places, Germany, which would be one of the world's preeminent medical, safe place, a place to be anywhere in the world. Germany, gosh, they've got doctors and nurses everywhere. The numbers are staggering. And this is not isolated. We're hearing now in Italy. We're hearing the numbers in France, the United Kingdom. There's shutdowns being proposed now for the UK, and there are curfews now in the evenings in France. Spain is worried about another uptick, and so it just gets it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And I wish I could give you a much happier set of news, what's going on, but I can't. It's just one depressing bit of news versus another regarding this pandemic, because a lot of people out there did not take this seriously. There were politicians calling it a hoax. There were others who just felt that they were immune to it. Others felt that they could beat it. And this virus could have been beaten down to nothing 6-8 months ago, but it wasn't. And now the second wave is coming, and there could be many more. Despite all this bad news, thank you for those of you who subscribe to my channel. Give my videos thumbs ups for these reports, because you appreciate the honesty and the truth about it. I'm not trying to make this up. Also, thank you to those of you out there who are visiting my RedBubble store, of course, and those of you who are becoming sponsor members of this channel. This is the lifeblood of Traveling with Bruce. Sponsor members. If you become a sponsor member, you will get yourself a postcard sent to you, and you can join me every Monday night for a sponsor show just for you, 7 o'clock Eastern Time every Monday, and I thank you. Again, to recap, we've got a case, a positive COVID virus case on the MSC Grandiosa, the biggest ship in their fleet, I believe. They were on their way from Palermo to Malta. They alerted the Malta officials that they had a case, a positive case. We do not know if it's a passenger. We do not know if it's a crew member. Maltese officials decided that the ship would be allowed into the harbor, but only for provisions, and they had to leave. No one was allowed to disembark that cruise ship. Where it's headed at the moment, I'm not sure, but I believe the one of the ports of call is right here, Genoa, in Italy, and this is where the Diadema is right now, the Costa ship that had 7 cases reported yesterday. That ship is now back in Genoa, and I believe the health authorities there are testing all crew members and any passengers on board. The same, I'm sure, will be done here with the Grandiosa. They will probably do a massive onboard test of everyone, and they're going to have to satisfy Italian authorities that this is an isolated case. But I don't know how far this is going. I don't know how big this is. I don't know how far this is going to spread. But we've been waiting for this shoe to drop, unfortunately, because even trying to conduct sailings in the middle of a pandemic, you can wear masks all you want. You can social distance as best as you can do it. You can do testing prior to a cruise, temperature checks during a cruise. But the bottom line is there are folks with the virus that have it, that don't know they have it because they don't feel that they have it. And unfortunately, this virus is a silent stalker of all of us. And once it finds willing hosts or easy hosts to invade, it'll do it. And it's just through air transmission. One person breathes in your vicinity, or someone walking down the hall in front of you 10 or 15 feet. They're inhaling, they're exhaling, you're inhaling, you're exhaling. It takes one microscopic droplet to do us in, and sometimes the mask isn't even good enough to save us. So there you have it, the latest news for you today from Traveling with Bruce. Thanks again for being here and following my channel. If you have any comments, please put them down below. And thanks again for subscribing and giving my videos thumbs ups, and all of you for your support. It is very much appreciated. We'll stay on top of these stories every day, 7 days a week, and we'll keep you posted on what happens next. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you later. Bye for now.